This is plantain fufu. This plantain fufu is mixed with other ingredients that is not very healthy if you're somebody that is watching weight, somebody that is watching your sugar level. We all know that plantain is a very good source of iron. I love plantain, but I do it the natural way. So I just wanted to show you guys that this, as you can see on this pack, that this plantain fufu has been mixed with other ingredients like cassava, potatoes, what is it called, turmeric, pantothenic acid, folic acid, palmitate, niacin. So if you're somebody who has sugar problems, or a blood pressure, you don't want to eat this like every day. So I'm gonna show you how you can do both your plantain flour and plantain fufu 2-in-1 video. So guys, all you need is fresh plantain. You need as much green plantains as you can, but since you're going to make it in large quantities so that you can keep it and then it will last you for some time, you need to buy more green plantains. So this is what I'm going to use for this video, and I'm just going to go ahead and peel off the plantains, the green plantains. Green plantains are very, very healthy and a very good source of iron. So if you're somebody who is low on iron, or anybody who is low on iron, we all need iron in our bodies in one form or the other. But plantain is a very good source of iron, so you might want to share this video with that person. So I am peeling off the back of the plantain. I'm not going to throw away the plantain peels because they are very, very good. Everything that is biodegradable, all the vegetables that I'm not using, like the banana peels, green plantain peels like this, they go straight into my garden because this is manure as well. This is fertilizer. This is the way that I fertilize my garden. I don't use no artificial fertilizers. I use only my kitchen compost like this, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So yeah, I am peeling off my green plantain, and I'm going to repeat the same process for all these plantains that you've seen. So this is the last plantain, and I'm done with it, and I'm going to, as you can see, pack my plantain peels into this aluminum pan that I am not using. It's just for my kitchen compost, and they are going straight to my garden. This is what I'm talking about. So here you see my plantain peels and my avocado peels. They're all there. All right, so back to the kitchen. This is the plantain. These are the plantains. Okay. So let's go to the kitchen and do the washing. You have to wash it thoroughly. You have to wash it well because from the store you don't know how many hands had touched it before you went there to buy it. Okay, so yeah, wash it very well and place them in your pan, or if you don't use a pan, you can use any big container that can contain all of them, and wash it properly. And then make sure you do it like twice or 3 times. You can wash it 3 times. That's still up to you. I'm pouring out the first water, as you can see, and I'm putting another water, and I'm washing it the second time. So after washing them the second time, I am placing them here on my cutting board because I'm going to need them. Just put them there, and then I'm going to dry out my aluminum pan. And then, hey guys, so this is what you need to use. You need a grater like this, and this is the part of the grater that you want to use for your plantain, because we are going to chop this plantain into small pieces. So instead of cutting it with your knife, which in my own opinion, I think it takes time. If you want to cut it in small pieces with your knife, it takes time, but I prefer using a grater like this because I can do it faster. So like this, I'm grating them on top of my cutting board, so that they will be cut thinly, finely. Okay, so that's the whole goal. That's the goal, to make sure that it's finely chopped, finely and thinly cut. Okay. All right, so I'm going to repeat this same process for the whole grain plantains. All right, so I have gone so far. I didn't want to cover everything so that the video will not be too long for you guys. Okay. After doing this last one, what I'm going to do next is that I'm going to take them, put them in this big pan. You want to put them in a spacious container or spacious pan so that they will have enough room, okay, for them to dry easily. Okay, so and you're going to spread them out like this. Spread them out like this. They need enough room. So this is all the plantain that I did. They look a lot like they are very, very plenty. Okay, so you can see that they are finely cut. You see, very thin. That's the whole goal, because when they are very thin, they dry easily. You don't want to make it too is it bulky, too thick? No, not. You don't want to make it too thick. Yeah, that's the word. Not too thick. Okay, and when they stick together like this, you want to make sure that you separate them so that way they can dry easily. So look for the ones that stick together like this and make sure that you separate them. All right, so let's go outside and put them here in the sun. Okay, so this is it. I'm drying them under the sun here. It was about it's about 60 degrees here, so it's not summer, this is spring, and the sun is not really hot. I had to separate them into 3 containers so that they will have enough room to dry easily. But assuming I filmed this during summer, I would have been done in 2 days. They would have dried out in 2 days, but I ended up drying them up to 5 days, because of the weather. All right, so this is what it looks like, and I think you can use a dehydrator to dry it. With a dehydrator, you can dry it within minutes. Okay, but since I don't have that, I know I had to use the sun. So you can see here that they are very dry, like plantain chips. No, but they are not plantain chips for now. Okay, yeah, so just break it. You break it like this. You can see that they are very dry. All right, so the next process is that you're going to put them in a blender and you're going to blend it like this, and you want to make sure that they are blended to be very smooth and very smooth. Yeah, so go ahead and use your blender. I am using a food processor, and this food processor is very good because it blends my plantain very finely. Okay, so but if you have Vitamix, I think Vitamix blender is even the best because they blend it within seconds. It blends it very well. So I'm blending it so that it will be very smooth, and you want to do the same for yours. I'm going to repeat this same process of blending it into fine powder, smooth powder, and you want to make sure that you keep a container by the side so that you can pour them in. So after blending all my plantain powder, oh my god, these kids don't want to let me shine. They want to get into the camera. So this is what it looks like. Okay, this is what it looks like. Pour them into a container or pan like this, but you want to use a container that has cover so that you can store it in your pantry. But I had to put it here in a pan so that I will let it cool off. I want to let it cool off, before I transfer it into a container. You can see how smooth it is. Very, very smooth. You can see that this is very different from the initial plantain fufu that was mixed that I showed you. That one was white, like very white, because it was mixed with cassava, potatoes, and other things. But this is the real plantain flour. This is how you do your plantain flour. I transferred it into my container. This container has cover, okay, and I'm putting my cup here so that I can measure it and know how many cups I'm gonna do when I do my plantain fufu, when I do my fufu, okay. So you want to measure it too, so you don't end up doing more than enough. Okay, so let me show you how to do your plantain fufu. The main plantain fufu, yeah. So you want to boil your water like this. Like 2 cups of water goes for 1 cup of fufu. 2 cups of water, 1 cup of fufu. Okay, so then let it boil. When it boils, and you scoop your plantain. You need a spatula like this. That's what you need to turn it, to stir it. You pour in your plantain flour that you made, the powder that you made, and then you stir it like this. Stir it like this, and make sure that you reduce your heat. Okay, you reduce your heat so that it doesn't burn. Or better still, you can remove it from the heat of the stove and stir it. When while stir it for a while, before putting it back on the stove. Okay, and I also want to let you know that you should use a non-sticking pot. Don't follow me, don't mind me. Don't use a stainless pot like this to do your plantain fufu. Use a non-sticking pot so that it doesn't burn. So I lost a lot of plantain because a lot of fufu because it burned, because I used a stainless pot. Stainless pot is not meant for fufu. So for your fufus, make sure that you use a non-sticking pot. That is a very great tip. And you can see that I'm cleaning as I go, and I'm going to turn it into my plate. So my fufu is done. All you needed to do was just to stir it till it forms into a dough like this, like a dough, and then it's done. It's very, very easy to make. As you can see, it doesn't take time, not up to 10 minutes. So this is what my original plantain fufu looks like, and I'm going to enjoy my fufu with my vegetable soup. You can see some green goodness with some brown goodness. Ooh, delicious. You can eat it with some egusi soup, with some okra soup, with any kind of soup. It goes with any kind of soup, but this is very, very good. So you can tell the difference between this original fufu and the other one that I showed you initially that was mixed. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, share this video, and make sure you hit the red subscribe button below for more notifications on healthy ways on how you can eat. And I also have garden videos. You can also check it out in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.